At Gulf Coast Weather Solutions, we focus on delivering reliable weather forecasts. Our new app provides reliable weather updates and alerts no matter where you are. With real-time weather alerts and warnings, you can stay informed and prepared wherever you go. Download the Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app today on the App Store and Google Play and stay connected no matter where you are.
It's Friday morning. Good morning, everybody. A little bit different this morning. Humid, actually, is what we're seeing. We're seeing that warm, moist air coming off the Gulf. You can see areas like Anahuac and Houston already into the upper 70s. Anahuac at 78, Beaumont at 74. A little bit cooler over there towards Lake Charles at 69 and Lafayette at 66. But look at Holly Beach over there in southwest Louisiana. 80 degrees already. And further to the north, typically, last couple of days has been into the upper 50s. Right now, they're into the low to mid 60s. Some areas like Jasper already into the upper 60s. That's just showing us that warm, moist air off the Gulf is here. So let's dive into the Friday morning show sponsored by HB Neal Construction. Thanks to our sponsor of Do Good Credit Union showing us the current temperatures that we have across the region. Now, let's take a look at the showers that we have across the region. We actually had some earlier that were coming off the Gulf. This was coming towards the High Island, Crystal Beach area, getting into Chambers County. And we can actually see that if we can get this map moving in motion. Here we go. You can see some isolated showers moved into Galveston, Crystal Beach area, moving into Chambers County, into Liberty County. This is some much needed rain that we need, but right now it's just light amounts that we're seeing. And we'll probably continue to see this throughout the day with 20% coverage, a little bit higher towards the Houston area at 30% coverage is what we're expecting today. So notice we've got some clouds today. We finally have some action today here in Texas and Louisiana, starting to see some showers coming off the Gulf. We'll continue seeing the flow off the Gulf today, especially tomorrow, with at least 50 to 60% coverage of some showers and thunderstorms. We'll talk more on that here in a second. Here's our outdoor construction forecast sponsored by Modern Concrete Material. 10% coverage is what we're expecting this morning. Could get up to 20% coverage again as we get later into the morning, into the afternoon hours, but really the coverage is a little bit higher over there towards the Houston region, but still not enough to really ruin any outdoor plans that we have. Biggest thing that we're seeing is that the partly cloudy skies is what we're seeing. The cloud cover is here. Temperatures start out into the upper 60s to low 70s this morning. We get into the mid to upper 80s later on this afternoon. Friday night football, it is week 8, another good matchup across the board. One thing about it is we have these isolated showers during the daytime hours, but once again, I think it's 8 weeks in a row we have had no rain during the football games, and that's exactly what we're forecasting again today. So all the showers should die down by kickoff. No rain is expected. Another good week. Thanks to our sponsor, Silsbee Fleet Group, to give us this Friday night football forecast. Now, we can see in the upper level flow, sponsored by Neutron Electrical Services, there's that high pressure ridge. Now in the eastern Gulf, continues to weaken and further going to the east, but we look off towards the Texas Panhandle. There is that frontal boundary that's going to be moving into our region really Saturday night into Sunday morning, giving us that round of showers and thunderstorms Saturday afternoon, mainly into the nighttime hours on Saturday. And we'll put that in motion here in a second, but we can see in the rainfall outlook sponsored by Modern Concrete, 20% coverage today, a little bit higher towards Houston at 30% coverage, but notice we jump up to 60% coverage as a line of showers and thunderstorms will move into our region. Really later in the day on Saturday, starts picking up 4, 5, 6 p.m., but we see that line really start moving into our region once we get into the sunset hours and especially into the overnight hours. And then we have the 20% coverage really mainly into the Sunday morning, and then we die down on Monday, just having that 10% coverage on Tuesday. Now let's put all this in motion. So we start out today, we've got the clouds. We know we have some showers towards the Galveston, Liberty County area. We're going to continue seeing 10 to 20% coverage later on this morning, getting into the afternoon hours. Not enough to ruin any outdoor plans. And then once kickoff starts for football, not a big deal at all. We'll have some clouds, but no rain ruining any of the games. Really quiet overnight tonight, and then rinse and repeat. Here we start out at least 10 to 20% coverage on Saturday morning. but then it starts picking up once we get into the afternoon hours. This is when we start getting to 40 to 50% coverage on Saturday afternoon. And then notice as we get into the Saturday evening, Saturday night, there's that boundary coming in, giving us that line of showers and thunderstorms. Some of these stronger storms here, we can get 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts, but we also can get 1 to 2 inches of rain out of these isolated stronger storms. So majority of the region should stay under an inch of rain, but these isolated storms can generate at least 1 to 2 inches of rain. And then this pushes offshore, and the only thing that we're going to see on Sunday is just some lingering showers. You're going to continue seeing those clouds continue to push offshore. Majority of Sunday looks really great. Look at Monday, bright and sunny, and then Tuesday, we start seeing those clouds start coming back out of the Gulf, giving us probably another round of 10% coverage on Tuesday, but again, shouldn't be that big of an issue. So really the highest coverage that we're going to see is Saturday late afternoon into the evening time hours as that boundary moves in, and it sets the stage for a really nice forecast coming up on Sunday. Here's the high temperatures today. You go down towards the beach, should be into the low 80s. Then across the board for the rest of the region will be into the mid to upper 80s. Some areas could get into the low 90s, and that's because of the cloud cover keeping everybody into the 80s really just about. Overnight lows just a little bit warmer what we've been dealing with the last couple of days. Biggest thing is the humidity. You have that boundary coming in, so all of that onshore flow is heading towards that boundary. That means temperatures further to the north will be into the low to mid 60s. Houston at 74 overnight tonight. Beaumont and Lake Charles at 70, down towards the coast, a little bit warmer into the upper 70s to low 80s. Here's our 7-day forecast for southeast Texas. Our highest coverage is on Saturday as that frontal boundary moves in. Again, less than an inch of rain is what we're expecting across the board, but some isolated areas could get up to 1 to 2 inches. And then after that, we just have some lingering showers Sunday morning, but throughout the day on Sunday, that drier air will filter in. Sunday and Monday don't look too bad. 10% coverage on Tuesday, and then we kind of have those temperatures not too bad as we get into Wednesday and Thursday. Low to mid 80s is what we're expecting the rest of the week. And then kind of a little bit of a roller coaster ride on the lows that we're expecting, but it's not too bad. Here we go in Southwest Louisiana. A little bit better coverage on Saturday at 70% coverage again. Shouldn't be too bad, just a less than an inch of rain of what we're expecting, but some isolated areas could get up to 1 to 2 inches. We will watch to see if there are any stronger storms. We're not expecting any severe weather, but we will continue to keep monitoring that. Some lingering showers on Sunday morning, and then dry air filters throughout the day. But look at those temperatures. Not too bad next week, into the low to mid 80s, warm up a little bit once we get into Thursday. So thank you so much for watching our Friday morning show. Friday night football looks really good tonight. Good luck to all the matchups. Safe travels to everybody. We will have updates throughout the day on Facebook, YouTube, and our weather app as well too. Our next video will be later on this evening with Lucas Boswick. So thank you once again for watching our Friday morning show. Have a good Friday. See y'all again tomorrow morning.